Another characteristic of a really good manager is somebody who's able to come up with incredibly clickbait thumbnails and incredibly clickbait topics. This is something that actually could make or break a manager. So imagine you hire a manager, they're really good communicators, they're optimistic, they're motivated, but at the end of the day, they're just not able to come up with clickbait topics and thumbnails. That's a problem, because at the end of the day, what's one of the most important metrics on YouTube videos that make them go successful, make them go viral, is the click-through rate, and that's the thumbnail and title. So at the end of the day, if they can't come up with good topics, good titles, good thumbnails, then they have to go. But if they can, then boom, you have over 50% of the puzzle solved. You have somebody who can actually get clicks, right? And also in today's day and age, there's no reason why they should not be able to come up with really good topics and really good thumbnails. In terms of topics, like the actual title itself, they have ChatGPT. They can literally go on the best performing videos within your niche over the last month, grab every single one of those like 30 titles, paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to come up with 30 more. It's that simple. Really, like, there's no excuse. Now, also, in terms of the thumbnail, with DALL-E 3, with Night Cafe, with all these really good photo editing AI tools, there's no reason why you can't make the most eye-catching thumbnail in the world, the most unique thumbnail that looks so good, so real, so eye-catching, so vivid. There's no reason why you should not be able to do it. At the end of the day, when you're interviewing managers, when you're talking to managers that you might potentially hire for your channel, they're always going to tell you the same thing. They're going to tell you that they're fast, efficient, they upload very good videos, they're really good topics and thumbnails, they used to do this all before, and although that may be true, you cannot trust them. In order to fully trust them, you have to test them out, right? And the way you test them out is, just give them your channel for a month. Add them as a manager to your channel and just say, go, like, get to work. Here's the niche. Here's the types of videos I'm looking for, get to work, right? Of course, it's a little bit more deeper than that, and we'll dig into that in a sec. But yeah, it's really important. Just test them out. At the end of the day, like, how are you gonna know if they're good unless you truly run them through the ringer, and that's actually testing them. Managers are very important. They're gonna take care of all the work. All you have to do is pay for the videos. Of course, like, if you're paying for videos, you want to make sure that the outcome is actually good. And so something that's very important is a manager that actually understands SEO. So it's 2023, and I'm pretty sure most people in that space understand SEO, but you might be surprised. There's actually a video in this course that really dives deep into how the SEO should go. If you ever hire a manager and really want to show them how the SEO should be done, you can show them that video. That's why I have it there. And also, if you want to do it yourself, once again, that video is there for you. In just a second, we're going to hop on my computer and I'm going to dive into how we actually find these managers. What's the best way to find them? But before I hop on, I'm just going to verbally tell you what the best way to find them is. Number one way, which I've done for the past several years, and that's worked the best for me out of all the methods, is joining groups on Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and even WhatsApp. And when I say join groups, I'm talking about join YouTube automation groups. People who are in this space also doing the same exact thing. Now, of course, in these groups, you're gonna find a ton of people, a wide variety of people. There's gonna be those who are very, experts at YouTube automation. They run their own channels, they know exactly what they're doing, and they're just there to kind of shoot the shit. Then there's gonna be, on this side of the spectrum, is gonna be absolute ignorant people, idiot people. I don't want to say idiot because they're learning, right? But ignorant people who still have yet to learn and are just there to soak up as much knowledge as they can, or just see what that space is all about. So in between this range is going to be managers, scriptwriters, voice actors, video editors. What you're going to want to do is join as many of these communities as possible. I'll actually try to link one above. The goal is, within these communities with thousands of people, you actually want to go in those groups and post about what you're looking for. If you're looking for a channel manager, just post it. Say the type of channel you have, how much money it's making, what you're looking for, how many videos a week, and what you expect them to do, and the potential revenue split that you're going to want to give them. And that's also one of the biggest things when it comes to YouTube automation and finding a good manager, is being able to incentivize them. At the end of the day, humans are humans. How are you going to incentivize them? Imagine if you were the manager. What would make you want to do the best, make that channel perform the best? And that's basically more money. But at the end of the day, like, you don't want to pay them more money, right? So what do? You offer them a revenue split. So, from day one, they don't get paid until the channel does good. So if the channel starts generating a ton of revenue, then that's when you can actually start paying them more, right? So most of my managers, the way I do it most of the time, is about 20 to 25% revenue split for my managers. So I pay for the videos, of course, but they upload them, they make sure the channel does good, and they get paid once the channel starts doing really good, right? So if the channel makes $1 million a month, which would be a crazy month, then they would get 25% of that. So the way they see it is there's no ceiling. So the better I try, the more I try to make this a career, then the more I'm going to earn, right? That's how they're going to think. So as long as you set that up for them, then they're going to, be incentivized. And at the end of the day, I would never recommend paying a content creator a set rate every single month, because once they get their set rate every single month, they're not going to be incentivized to make sure that the channel does good. So they're not going to care for your success as long as they're getting their guaranteed pay. You know what I mean? So it has to be revenue split. I wouldn't do it anyway outside of that revenue split. And yeah, so that's the first way, is joining these groups. Next best way, in my opinion, is going on Fiverr, Upwork, and just hunting for YouTube managers. What I would do is, search up YouTube automation manager or YouTube manager and just see what you can find. You're gonna have to do some digging to set this up. You're gonna have to do some digging to find the right person. Sometimes you're gonna have to go very deep on the Fiverr pages, which I'll show you in just a second, to find those good managers. And even on Upwork, Upwork's a little different. You have to actually go post something to find people, but you can, totally customize your listing, and we'll also go through that in just a second. So that's one way, Fiverr, Upwork. That's the second recommended method. Now the third, which I definitely honestly just don't recommend, but I'm gonna throw it out there because I don't know what type of person you are. But if you're in the US, there's our websites like ZipRecruiter or Indeed, where you can actually go put up listings to find people who are actually in the US who wanna work for you. But now beware, if you do that, you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of labor laws, and because they're actually US based workers. Now of course you can have them work as independent contractors, but even then it becomes a little wishy-washy. And at the end of the day, labor in the US, unfortunately, is very expensive, and unfortunately it comes with a lot of headaches and a lot of caveats, and you just don't want to deal with that. So why not just hire people overseas? I know it's really, screwed up to say, I love America. I think it's a great country, but the labor is just way too expensive right now, and people just don't want to work as hard as they used to. But now, on the other hand, people overseas, people in other countries are just really looking for work. They really want to work. They're motivated. They're happy to work. They'd be more than happy to work for somebody who's, located in the US or located in UK or anywhere. It doesn't matter. As long as you can provide work, even if you're from Zimbabwe or Uganda and you're offering work to people, then, why would they not put their best foot forward? Now, I'm going to talk about the first two methods on the computer. I'll see you in a sec.